Okay, so for my yellow class, yo, 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 it's your boy, Miss McCoy. Don't ask. Okay, so today we're talking about systems, and we're going to use the elimination method to solve a system of equations. So again, elimination method. Okay, and we're going to solve a system of equations. Sounds really difficult, but it's not. So I'm going to give you two equations, and the first equation is going to be negative 3x. Let me see. Is this the one I want to use? Yes. Okay. Negative 3x plus 2y equals 7. So I'm going to write that down. Negative 3x plus 2y equals 7. And the second equation in my system is going to be 5x minus 4y equals negative 12. So 5x minus 4y equals negative 12. Now the first thing we're going to do, because we do not have two x values that would result in a 0 if we were to add them together, because what I'm trying to do is add the two systems of equations together so that I can cancel either out an x value or a y value. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to multiply the first equation by 2. That's going to give me 4 right here. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply this equation, both sides, by 2. Oops. So if I do that, I end up with 2 times 3x. So I'm going to end up with negative 6x plus 4y equals 14. Okay, so now if you notice, we have a positive 4, and then this equation has a negative 4, so the y's will cancel out. And that's my objective. I need to either get the x's to cancel out or the y's to cancel out. And in this case, I multiplied by 2 because I knew it would change the 2y to 4y, and that would allow me to cancel out the y's. So let me show you what I mean. So now I'm going to, so this is actually now my new equation, now that I multiply both sides by 2, and I'm going to add 5x minus 4y equals negative 12. So I'm going to add these two equations up and down, and so negative 6x plus 5x is negative x, and negative 4y plus 4y cancels out, so that equals 0. So we just have to bring down the equal sign, and then 14 minus 12 is positive 2, so we end up with negative x equals 2. So we want to get rid of that negative sign, so what we need to do is we need to multiply both sides by negative 1, and that's going to leave me with x equals negative 2. Okay, so I have part of my solution. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take negative 2 and I'm going to plug it back into one of my original equations. So I'm going to use this equation here because I didn't have to do anything to it. So I'm going to use x, so that's half my solution. I'm going to plug it back into this equation. 5 times negative 2 minus 4y equals negative 12. And the whole point of this is now we only have to solve for one variable so we can find the y. So 5 times negative 2 is negative 10 minus 4y equals negative 12. So we're going to get rid of the negative 10 by adding 10 to both sides. And if I add 10 to negative 12, I get negative 2 equals negative 4y. Now in order to solve for y, I divide both sides by negative 4. and that leaves me with y equals 1/2. Okay, so now I have my solution. My solution is x and y, because the solution's always an ordered pair. So x is -2, y is 1/2. And if I were to plug in -2 and 1/2 into either one of the original equations, that would satisfy both equations. So therefore, if I plugged in 1/2 here, because I've got -2 for x, and I plug in 1/2 for y, that's going to give me -2. So 5 times -2 is -10 plus -2. So that would give me -12. And the same thing would work for my second equation, the original. So I found my x and y value that would satisfy both equations.